art has been, and it will always be, a growing process involving new mediums, new materials, and new techniques. Aluminum is a product of our time, and since art is experimental, it exploits and seeks within its medium the possibilities of expressing with a stronger impact the evolution and civilization of its time. I feel that there's a need of expressing, and this is the most important. There's something already within you which wants to say something, and even though you don't know what it is, it does come out. And you express yourself, what's within yourself. And it's very difficult to say what is within yourself, to explain it in words. It's much easier to express it either through a sound, or through a painting, or through a piece of sculpture. Now, I faced the pad, a blank pad, with a blank mind. I concentrate, and I work. I don't know what I'm doing, but I do know that eventually the idea will materialize. It just comes by itself. It's like a seed that kind of grows. If it's fertilized, if it's nourished, the idea grows, and then you must express it. I mean, or while you're expressing it, it grows by itself. And it reveals your thoughts or your message, what you want to say. Sometimes I feel it just works itself out by itself. You know, it's many times I think the idea is already there. Painting is already there, and I'm just the tool. Today we use all kinds of materials, among them aluminum, because aluminum is a new product, and today we become more experimental, yeah, because art today is experimental. And when you try new mediums, you're bound to discover or to find new ways of expressing yourself. I have, let's say, a very vague idea of what the outcome, what the finish will really be. But I know when I get to the real part of the job, to the three-dimensional, to the sculptural part, I will have to find shapes and forms which relate to those sketches which I have made, no? And they're not always very accurate. That has very little importance. cut these shapes to fit into this pattern, which I visualized or sketched. And I take my work from there, because while I'm cutting, I may discover something new. So now when I make these figures, I try to express man for what he is, universally. So when I put these forms together and I make some kind of a figure, and I feel that within this figure you have bitterness, because man has bitterness. He goes through life with a certain amount of bitterness. They all, I mean, textures, I select these different types because, these different textures, because they all relate to an idea, to a message. I like to experiment with colors, and I try to, I seek into it as much as I can. See, the most important thing sometimes is to achieve the most with the least, and that's why I'm talking about just a color. Because it's very easy to paint with a lot of colors, because the color in itself is like a sound, it's like an harmony. So the more sounds you put together, sometimes I feel, well, I find it very easy with a lot of colors to paint beautifully, to paint what people would consider pleasing, you know. A sculpture in aluminum, a building in aluminum, carries with it the brand of the 20th century and relates it into posterity. No matter how I abstract something, it seems to me that man is always there.